Familia Michoacan, did you like working for them more than Sinaloa? Like, who do you think ran a better operation?
Sinaloa. So, when they had Alfredo Beltran, when they had everybody, El Azul up in Baja California, when they had everybody underneath one single command, they were strong.
They were running a good tight
right
ship.
Now is basically right now nobody even knows what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, well, we know that they're
at war right now.
Somebody is going to take somebody. They're consolidating.
I think Miles and Baez, the Zambadas are going to win.
You think so?
Yeah.
Ed Calderon, do you know who he is?
Calderon?
Ed Calderon. He's kind of an influencer now, but he used to be a federal cop. And TJ, he's a friend of ours. He said he thinks the Chapitos are going to win. So I don't know. I think Mayos probably have numbers. I don't know though.
Zambadas have they're a different breed. They got the flechas fighting in Zacatecas. They got really strong brazos armados. They got strong people. They got El Ruso up in Baja right now. All the people of Salazar, of Chapo Guzman in Sonora and in Baja.
Oh, really?
They're different. They're a different breed.
What makes them better, or what makes them more successful?
You're gonna think that it's probably funny, but I've noticed that the Zambadas are very they don't how can I say this? They're ethical, their values are different, you know? They thank God and only God. They're more monotheistic, if you can say.
Oh, wow.
You don't see them like with the Santa Muerte. You don't see them with what's the other saints that they worship, Malverde or San Judas Tadeo.
Right.
You don't really see them with that. You see the Chapos with it. You see a lot of other cartels with the Santa Muerte on their chest,
right? Or
making songs regarding the Santa. Their ethics are completely like they're if I had to say that if they were perfect for a religion, it would be Islam, bro.
Wow.
Really? In my mind, I'm like, I should go give them dawah. Maybe they'll become Muslim.
Go convert them,
bro. Because I see a lot of these, like a lot of these cartel members, their character is different. We have la humildad te hace grande. You know what that means? La humildad te hace grande. Being humble makes you the person that you really are.
Right.
In Islam, is taught that being humble is the number one character of our Prophet, and how he used being humble, and it didn't let it be contaminated with. A lot of people think because you're humble, you're weak, and you're not weak. You know, you saw how they conquered the Middle East, destroying obviously the Byzantine and the Persian Empire. Same with Miles Zambada and his people. They're humble, but they ain't weak. If they got to go to war, they'll go to war. And they're the only ones that I see that have the character of solidifying their cartel.
That actually totally makes sense. And so you think they have the best of the bad guys? If you're going to consider all of them, criminals, you think they're the most honorable of the thieves?
There's levels,
but they'd be the best of the bad guys. Yeah. They're the least bad guys.
Have you heard the saying corriente?
Corriente, yeah.
Yeah. When like someone's cheap-minded. Corriente, when we say alguien es corriente, we say a lot. Yo no soy corriente. Yo no soy corriente. I'm not cheap-minded. I have values. I have honor. I have courage. I don't believe in stepping back.
Yeah.
So I believe that they will take.
They'll take it.
They'll take it by a long run.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because I think that CJNG is going to fall apart, and they're
already, bro. Where are they? They're in South America. They're in Nicaragua.
Right.
They're in Honduras.
Ecuador.
Why? Because the government is pushing everybody down. Because of the U.S. government saying that they're gonna invade because of the fentanyl, because they want to categorize the cartels as terrorist
organizations.
And with that, they're going to have the excuse of invading Mexico. So why do you think the government has been all over the cartels?
Right.
Because this government has no deal with no Sinaloa, nobody. Before it was Sinaloa, the one that was running the strings of everything. Not no more. And what happened with this president that just came out? He cut deals with the Americans. He basically started chopping off the strings that the U.S. had into Mexico.
Yeah.
So that's why the U.S. ramped up their threats and we're gonna have to go do something about the cartels.
Right.
And that's why Lopez Obrador sent the order to put pressure on these organizations. And where are they heading? They're heading to the south because obviously they can't operate here.
Right.
The only ones that are still operating are the people that have intelligence and that have links with the with government,
politician and government. Right. And that's, you see that in Culiacan. They're not killing anybody in broad daylight. They're kidnapping them, torturing them, killing them, and then dumping them in the morning. So civilians aren't getting hit.
Yeah.
And the feds are just standing around, as you say, not engaging, just making sure order is kept.
Yeah.
It's not ideal, obviously. Like, people are losing money, people are scared, but yeah, they're operating in a less terroristic, more methodical fashion for sure. And there's a good reason for that. So if the CJNG's out, nobody controls Tijuana, but they're obviously fighting for that. So if they're losing money and bifurcating and dissolving, and the Chapitos lose, whoever's still alive will join the Mayitos, the Mayos, and they'll basically, I think, consolidate control. So they'll probably control western Mexico, and then they'll have obviously their ally in Michoacan. That could happen, actually.
Yeah.
And it'll probably
because you got the Carteles Unidos down in the south fighting against CJNG, Cártel Jalisco Organización. Nobody really likes them.
Right.
You got the Mayos, the Sinaloa cartel fighting in Chiapas, fighting in the border with Guatemala. There's a new cartel right now that's coming out of Guatemala. You heard about it?
I heard about them. Yeah. It's crazy. They have an indigenous cartel down in the south.
I think
they
could be part of the Mile. Like they're funded by the Miles.
Could be. Yeah.
Because Arab. I don't know if you know Arab.
Arab, no, who's that?
This influencer.
I've seen that guy's videos. That guy's playing with his life.
Yeah. Tell me about it. We almost got killed because of this dumbass.
Wow.
I took him to Mexico and
this is when you were still operating, right?
No. This was last year.
Oh, so you've been back to Mexico?
Yeah, a long time.
Okay.
I took him to. He wanted to get into the cartel. This and that. The cartel's not gonna allow you just you want to come in. No,
right.
They're gonna let you walk the walk and see what you're about.
Yeah.
So he wanted to go to Mexico City. I got some friends in Mexico City that controlled Mexico City. They're Union. Have you heard of the Union Tepito? They're basically a union, but it's organized crime that works for the bigger cartels.
Who? Like whoever? Several?
La Unión Tepito works for Sinaloa. La Anti-Unión works for Jalisco.
Okay.
So I took him there. I told him, before we go, make sure that your SIM card is a new one. Don't bring your SIM card. Don't let anybody know that you're going to come do this. I gave him specific rules to not to do. And the first thing I tell him not to do, he does. He gets this white boy out of nowhere coming to say what's up, coming to try to hang out with him after. I'm like, brother. And then like when I do take him out, they take him out to see some stuff. And he's like, hey, when are we going to go? When are we going to go see the underground? When are we going to go? Because he wanted to go to the black market. We were going to go take him, seeing where they sell the drugs, where they have weapons. Because in Mexico City, there's obviously big, it's the capital of guns in Mexico City, Tepito.
Oh, right. I've heard of this neighborhood. Yeah.
So I had gained access because obviously I have friends there from prison, from outside of prison. And I told them, you know what, just chill. Like, I'll tell you when. I saw that things were not adding up because there was too much movement. The guy that was showing us around was picking up the phone too much. So I went up to the guy. I'm like, hey, if you want, we'll go back to the hotel. Call us up when everything calms down and we'll come back and finish it. Say, all right, good. We go back to the hotel. They raid his places.
Coincidence?
Where he was going to take us.
Oh, no.
They raid him. Now, we're in the hotel being looked at, and now they're saying, wait a minute. You guys came and bro, if I would have listened to him and told the guy, hey, take us to, and we would have been caught there, brother. They would have cutting us up in the same hotel where we were staying, brother. Damn. And I told them, I'm like, you're an idiot. At the end, like they're like, you know what, just pay up money to because they got one of his boys. Say pay up so that we can get him out. And that's
right.
But
damn, yeah, that's.
But
Not worth it.
I got green light from the cartel from 2 places, from Chiapas and from Sonoita. Whichever one he wanted to go, he only had to pay 10 grand to go and make his videos with the actual military branch.
Wow.
And he said no. He backed out.
He was shook.
He's like, no, I've had enough of Mexico, this and that.
Yeah.
That wasn't it.
That's a lot, though. I mean, I get it. Like, after filming in fucking Culiacan, you're just like, Jesus. You know, it's tough when you don't speak perfect Spanish or Spanish at all, because even though, like, I understand good Spanish and speak good Spanish, it's not what is the words that are said. It's the meaning behind them, right? It's not like English, which is very, lingo. Exactly. English is very on the nose. It's very literal. Yeah. Spanish is kind of like Asian languages. There's a hidden meaning behind it. And bro, cartels speak in riddles.
Yeah. Was
that hard for you? Because, I mean, did you grow up speaking a lot of Spanish?
No, actually, I was made fun of when I got to Mexico on how I would speak. Right. You know, in Mexico, there's a lot of like vacilada.
What is that?
Like they say something in a double meaning and they fool you. Like they have like this way of playing with words that have a double meaning.
Right.
And they'll make you say something and then they'll laugh at you.
I know. They're terrible about that.
They would do that. They would do that to me. And first I was like, how? Until I understood. I'm like, oh, they're just playing around with me.
Right.
But yeah, it was difficult.
But you picked it up though?
I picked it up in prison. I perfected my Spanish, my street Spanish, and my day-to-day Spanish in prison.
In prison.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. But you were directing people before. You were shot calling with like a foreign Spanish accent.
Yeah.
Wow. So was that like, I mean, did you get called out on it? Like when you got kidnapped by the cops or arrested and they were torturing you? Like I would have been like, I'm American, soy Americano. Can't you hear my accent? Like,
nah, bro, they just pull it up and they see the Mexican injection that you.
So they don't care about the fact that you were born or that you were raised in the U.S.
Yeah, no, they don't care.
Okay, they consider you a target. I see. Yeah. Okay. What is that about? That shot right there. That
shot that they give Mexicans. I don't know why. You guys don't have that, right?
No, we don't have that. Somebody brought that up the other day, and we were like, "What? Like, what does that mean?" So you guys just got bad injections, like a whole generation?
I don't know. They inject. The Mexicans have that, like the injection when they're born. It
looks like a little mosquito bite or something.
It looks like a mark. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay.